What's good with it in the hood with it? Welcome back to the collective clips where you already know I'm about to get it in. But before I get it in, let's hit that like and subscribe button. Put your notification bell on all. Ding. So that way you're directed to the direction of the dope content that I am kicking. Highly appreciate all the support. We're going up on this channel. It's all because of you. All that good stuff. I appreciate you. I'm humbled. Thank you. Now, I just got a phone call right before I did this video. It was the greatest phone call I've gotten in a long time. Because one of the well-known homeboys in the industry called me, and Dubs. He was like, hey, I need you to do a three-way call ASAP, bro. I thought it was something. I thought I was going to have to load some shit up and really get busy, right? Like, what's happening, bro? I got you. And he was like, I just want to tell you guys are doing great things, man. I want to pray with you and over you, man. The blessings keep coming. So I appreciate the homeboy. You know who you are, man. Thank you so much, my brother. Man, that meant a lot to me. Now, let's get to the Cripen is the Cripen, cuz, right? Super Crip. You don't even know, man. This guy right here was a Crip that I never seen around any other Crips for the rest of his life. Now, gotta tell a couple stories. Have you ever given someone the pass? You know, someone that you felt didn't know better, or maybe he did, and you're just like, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna give him the pass anyways, or you're too young to even understand what was going on. Well, let me tell you a story. So when we're young, 8, 9 years old, little kids, barely going to school, right? I had a homeboy named Gabe. Lil Crip, Lil Merced gangster Crip, right? Wasn't Crippin' yet, but had the shag going on, so you could tell he was about to get to Crippin' cuz, right? But on Pyro, he wasn't though, not yet, or on 55th, right? So anyways, me and him and this white boy named Jimmy used to hang out. These were the homies, like the homies. Like we had a crazy crew. It was me, one black guy, one white guy. Neapolitan. We were a little bit of everything. Of course, everybody likes chocolate the best. And in this case, I'll be chocolate, he'll be pink because he was light-skinned and I was brown. So there we go. So there was this little chick, man. She was a little bit older than us, right? And my friend Jimmy, that was like his supposedly little first girlfriend or whatever. I don't know. We were young kids. And she was like, let's go to my house. So we all ditched school and walked to her apartment, her house that she lived with her parents. Her parents were at work. So next thing you know, we're chilling right there, man. Her and Jimmy are playing Nintendo. The homie Gabe is looking through the refrigerator for anything he could find to eat. And I'm sitting there looking at things I could possibly steal, right? That's just how it was. And next thing you know, I start hearing boom, boom. And I'm like, oh, what the fuck is it, right? And for whatever reason, this little black kid, Gabe, is kicking holes in the wall and acting stupid. He's thinking it's funny, right? I'm like, oh, hell no, right? So this girl comes up out the room. You know what I mean? She lost at Mario Brothers, so she's not a winner that day. And she starts freaking out because this dude's kicking holes in her walls. And I'm freaking out because she's freaking out that this dude's kicking holes in her walls. And then I'm freaking out that this dude's kicking holes in the walls. And he's freaking out that he's kicking holes in the walls. And Jimmy's just fucking quiet because he's a white guy. And his dad had him while he was doing meth. So we're all kicking back right there. And I'm like, man, we got to come up with a plan. And she's freaking out. So, of course, Gabe's like, hey, why don't we just steal everything? Take your brother's Nintendo, take everything and make it look like a burglary. You go back to school and everything's going to be fine. Of course, I'm all point bulletin and all for that because that means I get some new Nintendo games, right? This is back when the first Nintendo was popping. I almost said Norteño, right? So we were popping. So we do it. So I get home from school, I ride the bus, everything. I go back to school. It's like everything. Hey, I had all kinds of Nintendo games tucked in my shit, a whole bunch of jewelry, her mom's jewelry I stole. We were bad kids. And I get home, hide everything under my bed, tell my little brother, look, man, we got duck hunt, right? We're thinking we're cool. Look, man, we ain't never played Metroid before. My mom's not even tripping. Like, she thinks everything is everything, and there's a knock at my door. Boom, 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 boom. It's the popo, right? Man, if little Gabe ain't sitting in the back of the cop car handcuffed, and where were these guys' antennas, and how did they know how to get to my motherfucking house? Didn't realize then, like I realize now, little Gabe done led him in my direction, right? So here I am handcuffed for vandalism, burglary, all kinds of shit. I'm a little kid. This is before I caught my murder case, right? So I'm like, what? So I get in the backseat of the car. He's crying. Hey, cuz. I'm like, what? Right? We're not cousins, right? I didn't even know what a Crip was. I seen colors one time, and I thought Rocket was a joke, right? So I'm like, what happened? He was like, someone told on us. Nah, you motherfucker told on me because it's you in the back of the cop car at my house. Didn't really realize that, though. I was a kid, whatever. He's my friend. We go to juvenile hall. I tell you that to say this. Years later on, now I understand exactly what a snitch is and what he did, right? And why he told on me and all that. And I forgave him. Like, hey, whatever. He was a little kid, man. We didn't know. He was scared to death. Even though it was his fucking fault and he was kicking holes in, it was what it was. So now I'm paroled, 18 years old, fresh out of YA, just did a murder case, a murder beef, all that. I think my shit doesn't smell. I think my shit smells like crimson and clover. It smells like straight roses. Right? Doesn't smell like shit whatsoever. and I think I'm bad around the hood. And this dude is actually related to a homeboy that's a Norteño. He's a black Norteño. This is his cousin, and he's super cripped out. I'm talking about brim hats with blue rags, blue Charlie Browns, blue Chuck Taylors, a motherfucking bandana on the left side. Yeah, that's the Crip side. That motherfucker be sea-walking every time he walks. He's around the hood hanging out with a whole bunch of Northerners, making us look bad than a motherfucker because he's wearing all this blue and we're tripping. Okay, so I know him, so I'm like, damn, what's up, Gabe? And that little old telling you did on me back when we were 9 years old. He's like, oh, cuz, that don't count, cuz. I was like, oh, counts to me, motherfucker. I did 3 days in juvenile hall. You owe me 72 hours, brother, right? Where are we going? What are we going to do for that little 72 hours you owe me? You're going to have to cash me out or something. So, but I ain't forgiven him. It's nothing. He's the homie. Anyways, this dude was a super Crip, but I never seen him around other Crips. Like, he's from a well-known hood that we actually beefed with. So I'm going to get into some stories about what happened when we were beefing with the Crips, and he was Crippen from the same hood we were beefing with, but he got the Crippen pass. Seems like this motherfucker's whole life he got a pass until he didn't get a pass anymore and they killed him. So this is what happened, right? He'd hang around with us because like I said, his primo, his cousin was a black Norteño. He was the homeboy. So we'd always be at his house, and this fool was cripped out the game. Everything was, I'm kicking back. Hey, what is that? I'm kicking cat being cool, right? Or kicking back seeing cool or some shit. He talked just like Crip Mac. Everything was Crip. And so it was Crippen until the cops came after us. Then it was, hello, my name is Gabriel. He didn't want no smoke. And it's funny how they'd be all gang related out, and as soon as the cop asked him, what's your name? My name's Leonard. I didn't want no problems, no issues. So look, this is what happened. So somehow or another, my hood started to beef with his hood. And again, he only kicked it with Norteños. We used to call him the Norteño Crip. Real talk, C14 for reals. This dude never was around his own people. I told him, how are you from a hood that you never hang out with? He said, man, this is my hood. I said, no, this is my hood, actually. But how is it that you're from that hood? And so he was the one that got the pass. Like, we were like on straight sight with the Crips at that time. They were trying to tear our heads off. We were trying to tear their heads off. Again, I don't even know how that shit started. To this day, the Merced Gangster Crips and Dead End don't get along, right? So that's how serious it was. The beef like continued for legacies. For fucking ever. Decades, right? But this guy got the pass. So let me tell you some funny shit that happened. So he hated Bloods and he hated Southsiders. Those were his two enemies. How and why? Bloods, I understand. Southsiders, I didn't really get it. But he used to be like, when I was in prison, man, the Southsiders tried to do something strange to me. But cuz, you don't understand, cuz. Right? I was like, no, I don't understand how a different racial group is going to do something strange to you. No, cuz, you don't understand. They snatched me up. Yeah, I'm sure they did that, right? But he had this like pure hatred for Southside. I think he was trying to impress the Norteños because he grew up with us. Like, I knew this dude since elementary school. There was no Crippen in him. But he sure knew, he looked like one. That motherfucker looked like Blueface, like if Blueface was hard. This motherfucker looked like Nipsey Hussle. Like, he was really with the activities. And he really was. He was a gang member, he was a gangster. But you just wouldn't know it or you wouldn't think it if you met him, right? You'd be like, okay, he looks the part, but he don't play the part. So this is what happens. We go to Atwater. There's a street out there called Determined Street, right? Now, Determined Street is known to have a lot of Bloods and a lot of Sureños there on Determined. So I ain't even gonna lie. Every time I go to Determined, I'll be strapped up, right? I'm ready because I already know, man, it gets real funky. And one thing about A-Town and Atwater, I don't give a fuck what Northerner says anything about them. Them motherfuckers, there's streets you cannot go down. Bobby Street being one of them and Determined being another. I have one homeboy that used to hang out on Determined. He caught an all-day murder case. Shout out to the homeboy Gato from M Street. Real stories, right? So, like, you know if that you go down there, it's on. Well, there were some chicks that we had met. Gabe, one thing about him is he was a little pretty boy Crip, right? He had all the chicks. So he calls me one day. He's like, hey, cuz. I'm like, yeah, what's up, cousin, right? He's like, hey, man, I got some bad ones, fool. I said, well, shit, what's up? Slide, right? Let's go. He's like, bro, it's on Determined, though. They live on Determined. I said, no, hell no. Tell them to slide through here. He's like, nah, I ain't trying to let them know, where I function and shit. He's like, let's just go, me and you. I said, well, see, the way me and you works is there is no me and you, motherfucker. I'm going to call about 3 more homeboys to go with us because it's dirty over there on Determined. They'll smack some shit. I said, you ain't tripping off the Sangres over there, the Bloods? He said, man, on Crippen, cuz I ain't never been scared of no blood. I hear his primo in the background. He has a cousin named Jonathan that's a blood. He's like, what you say, Damu? He was like, I don't say nothing, cuz. So anyways, look, this is where I found out he was super Crip. So this motherfucker comes, he's wearing the gray khakis, the gray dickies, the blue Chuck Taylors, the blue Pendleton. Motherfucker always wore a brim hat with the blue rag that hanged in the back with the little shag with 3 little beads in it. I didn't know if he was a Cripen or a Southerner, right? I didn't know what he was. So anyways, I'm like, fuck it, let's go. We call one of the other homeboys, the homeboy Chino. He's like, let's go. And it's not Chino from Dead End, for those that know. So it's another homeboy. So we slide through, right? Boom. And we're kicking it with these chicks. And these chicks are blood chicks. And this motherfucker's in there like, man, I'm just hitting the enemy. I'm hitting the enemy, right? And I said, yeah, you're hitting the enemy more than you're hitting the enemy, motherfucker. You better pay attention because I see a lot of sangres rolling around here. Now, at that time, we were cool as Norteños with Bloods, but Atwater stuck together. A-Town stuck together. It didn't matter if they were Bloods, Crips, Norte Thugs, whatever they were. If they were A-Town, they were A-Town, and we were strictly against their bullshit, right? So I'm kind of looking out the window a little paranoid, like, bro, we better watch out. This is dangerous out here. This is like the movie Menace to Society. I feel like I'm in motherfucking the Imperial Gardens or Imperial Courts or shit. I feel like I'm in Nickerson Gardens and there's some bounty hunter bloods on our ass, right? He's like, nah, cuz, these fools don't want that shit. I'm going to go outside and handle my business. So this fool's outside kicking it with his chick smoking a blunt. I don't smoke weed, so I'm getting a contact high through the window. And I remember I'm kicking with the homie and he's like, hey, bro, like, we haven't even seen the Southsiders yet. The motherfuckers be coming out at night. Like, we should wiggle, bro. These fat chicks ain't worth it. I'm looking at one and she's breathing like this. And I'm like, yeah, nah, hell nah, she ain't worth it. I feel if I stick my shit in her, I might make her explode. Knock the air out her motherfucking lung. Because she's like this. Like she's trying to breathe out and doesn't know how to. Like her neck is so big, it won't allow her to breathe out. Have you ever seen a person like that? Neck so big they can't breathe in nor out? Yeah, like she'll breathe in like this. Through her nose and breathe out like this. It comes out in little coughs like she's smoking a Yeska, right? So anyways, we're kicking back. And I start hearing, what's up, cuz? What's up, cuz? Do you understand that this motherfucker, there was like 10 Bloods. Big old dudes. This dude's a skinny little dude, but his Crippen is immaculate, right? He's like, what's up, cuz? And he's saying it, and I can see him. I'm watching him through the window. So you can see out, but you can't really see in these windows. There's like a shade right there, but you can see out. It's like a darkening out shade, right? So I'm seeing his silhouette, and he's like, what's up, cuz? I can see him going like, what's up, cuz? Basically, that's his, like, get out here, motherfuckers, get out here, right? And I'm going, on Bloods. I'm fucking with him, right? And I think he's just talking shit, trying to show off to this chick while about 10 big old sangres pull up, right? And I ain't gonna lie, man. This little Crippen motherfucker right here that I went to school with, that I never seen fight, never seen involved in nothing really, never hung out with the Crips, he had super hands. Ricky hands, right? Whopping. He had whopping hands. This motherfucker was like, what's up, cuz? He was knocking big motherfuckers down. Boom, 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 chunking it, right? My homeboy felt, if for no other reason, he should go out there and participate, right? So that's good because, man, people were dropping money out their wallets and all kinds of shit. So he went out there, he's chunking them. And me, in typical gunner fashion, I'm going to take my time. Because, see, the way my time works is I don't have a lot of it. And I want to emphasize that I wasn't really trying to go out there with 10 big old black dudes and fight them. Nah. The law of averages says I was probably going to lose. And lose I did, right? So as I went outside, I'm like, what's up? They're like, oh, what's up? You a Crip? What's up, cuz? What's up, blood? You a Crip? I said, hell no, I ain't no motherfucking Crip, right? But the Crippen is real, right? I'm rolling with the homeboy. So I start chunking them. So I'm getting beat up by 3 black dudes tremendously. They're having their way, right? They're just fucking me up. I'm like, right, getting fucked up. But I got mine a little bit until the one hit me hella hard and I don't remember. And next thing you know, I'm getting someone pulled off me. And this motherfucking Gabe, super Crip, he's like, what's up, cuz? This motherfucker super Crippen on mine, right? This is where I get it from, right? Super Crippen on mine. I was like, oh, shit. So we handled our business, right? Come to find out, it was a setup. These chicks set him up. Didn't mean to really set us up because they didn't know that he was going to bring us. And the essays got it too. That's what the Bloods was saying, man, the essays can get it too, blood. Essays can get it too. I was like, essays already got it too, man. You already kicked me 2 times in the fucking head. I'm cool. So we all end up leaving, man. Hey, the homie didn't have a scratch on him. He's like, bro, we handled our business, cuz. You know what I'm saying? We was kicking cat, seeing cool when all these motherfucking, you know what I'm saying? I ain't playing that cool shit, right? You know, whatever he says. I'm like, whatever, bro. I don't understand the fucking words you're saying, but I just know that I fucking got a throbbing headache. Hey, I'm telling the homie, stop right here at 7-Eleven so I can run in and get some Advil. My shit is fucked up. The homie goes, I think they broke my nose. He said, they cook your nose? Just straight gripping, right? So this is what happens. About a month later, maybe 2 months later, I stopped hanging around with him that much, right? He has a cousin named Jonathan, who's a Paru, blood, right? Northside Paru out of Merced. And I'm chilling with the homegirls. I'm at the homegirl Susie's pad. And I know she was lightweight fucking with Jonathan. Like, everybody knew, but it was what it was. Like, if the homegirls want to fuck with the brothers, let the homegirls fuck with the brothers. You know what I'm saying? All the Mexican chicks be doing it. Fuck it. They were doing it just a little bit earlier. They were ahead of their time. You know, they like manguera. Let them drink out the hose. So I come over there, and Jonathan was always cool. Like, I knew him since he was a little bit younger than me. At this time, I'm like, let me see, 18. I'm 19 years old. He's like 18. He's a year younger. He was just the little homie. So I go in there and ask my homegirl, sad girl, I'm like, hey, what's up? Where's Jonathan at? You know what I'm saying? I came over to see what, you know, there's nothing but chicks in this house. And nowadays, I'd be like, cool, keep Jonathan's ass outside. I get all the highness, right? But back then, I'm like, what's up with the homie and shit? She's like, oh, he's at that house right there. And now that house is a tweaker, dude. You think Roach was a tweaker? We're going to tell some super fucking tweaked out Roach stories where Roach had to go snatch people up at this house. But there was like a tweaker house this dude sold major dope, right? And it was like in this low budget apartment complex, Section 8 housing shit, right? So I'm like, what's he doing over there? I'm smoking my frajo outside, and my homegirl's like, oh, he's over there with his chick. I said, I thought Susie was his chick. She said, oh yeah, she is too, but his like main chick lives right there. And now I get to thinking, and I'm like, hold up. Ain't no main chick over there. There's an old man and his daughter, and his daughter is well underaged. Hell no, right? So I tell the homegirl, hey, what's going on over there? For reals? He fucks with that? Yeah, I don't know. Now all of a sudden she's stuttering. Like, I said, fuck that. I'm going over. Now, mind you, this is Gabe, Super Crip's cousin, even though he's a blood, right? So I go over there, knock on the door. This little young chick answers, and he's right there. Hickey's all over his neck. And I ain't even gonna lie. I gave him the 1-2. Boom, boom. Hit him. I said, you weird motherfucker. And I just mobbed off. He's like, blood, I'm going to get you. You ain't going to do nothing but get shot, bro. Don't let me get back to the house and grab something. Let me hold something, Susie. Right? Let me hold something. Right? So I'm thinking I'm going to go get my money from Susie. She's of age and she's your chick. She's going to swallow everything I have to offer, right? So I'm over there with my mindset like, I just beat your boyfriend up here. And the winner is. And as I'm walking away, he's like, I'm going to go get my cousin. Man, get your cousin. My cousin got hands. I don't give a fuck which cousin you get with hands. Motherfucker, ain't no hands you ever seen stop a 45, right? Do you understand that Gabe came, right? This motherfucker came, Crip. Hey, riddle me this. Why do Crips always have primered cars? I don't know. Back in the 90s, that's all they drove was primered Novas, right? So he pulls up in his primered Nova, primer blue, right? He jumps off like, what's up, cuz? You tripping on my cousin, cuz? I said, no, I'm not tripping. He's tripping. I socked him already. I'm good. But he's the one tripping. I said, hey. And he said, nah, you can't be doing my family like that. I said, Gabe, if you don't stop it, motherfucker, you told on me for vandalism. You better stop it, bro. You owe me a pass like I owe you a pass. Because at this time, I know he has major hands and he'll probably take me on a one-on-one, right? But I'm still not bowing down to no Crip ever, right? I'm Norteño like a motherfucker. Blood, right? What's happening? And this fool's like, hey, now what's up, bro? Like, for reals, you're going to have to see me, man. You sock my little cousin up. I said, bro, if you don't stop it, your cousin's over there being a pedophile. He's like, what? I said, man, he was over there with that little young white chick doing something strange for not even getting a piece of change. I don't know what he was doing, bro. He said, serious? Man, I've never, ever in all my history of my life seen a Crip and Blood fight. Ever. I was in the youth authority. I never seen Crips and Bloods really fight. Okay, I've seen it a couple times, I guess. But never really like that. Man, I'm going to tell you right now, on par rule, that Crip won. He beat his cousin damn near the deficits. Hey, I could feel it. That motherfucker was hitting him like, cuz, fucking him up, right? Super Crip. I'm going to tell you right now, again, never hung out with any other Crips. How he was from a neighborhood that he never hung out with, I don't know. But he had his business. That was one of my good friends, man. He passed away years ago. He ended up getting shot. And that was that. I mean, he went out like we knew he was going to go out, like he was real. He just looked the part. That motherfucker looked like shitty cuz without the shit. Like he was just the shit, right? So, you know, I'll forever remember him. Gabe, man, that was the little homie. And he told on me, though. I ain't gonna lie about that, man. He did that. But again, I give him the pass on that one. You know, rest in peace to the homie. But he showed me what real Crippin' was. See, up until that point, I was in YA with a lot of real Crips. Snoop from A-Tray Hoover. Evil from A-Tray Gangsters. Tiny Solo from A-Tray Gangsters. Madman from 60s. Chinaman from Hoover. A different Chinaman. Little Chinaman. H-Bone from Hoover. Monk from East Coast. Turtle from East Coast. So many Crips, man. Spider from Backstreet Watts. Like just a gang of Crips that I was around. Snap from Legend. Legends, right? Everybody. Young Deg, PJ Watts, and just so many, man. But out of all those Crips I was around, this motherfucker was the real deal. This motherfucker would have made Snoop Dogg proud. Man, that motherfucker, when that song came out, drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot. That motherfucker thought it was the Crip national anthem. He was like, Always on the left side. Yeah, that's the Crip side. That fool was stupid. Anyway, shout out to the homeboy Little Gabe, man. Rest in peace. A real MGCer right there, man. I can't hate. Yeah, I remember when his homeboys used to come around, we used to be like, hey, we're going to dump at your homeboys. He'd be like, just make sure I don't see it, cuz. I said, why? What you going to do? Look the other way. Right? Straight up. He didn't give a fuck. He was raised around North Angeles. And the cool part is there was a lot of homeboys that had a lot of love for him. Like, they'd be like, oh, Little Gabe, oh, yeah, he's cool. He was actually there during juntas, all kinds of shit. Like, we actually had juntas talking about going to get his homeboys, and he'd be right there like, I'd be like, earmuff it, cuz. He'd be like, damn, cuz, I don't even know what you guys are talking about, cuz. Right? He was different. Anyways, thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive, struggle, strive. What I truly believe in, that's the betterment of all people. The gun.